Welcome to Be Live 365. I'm Pastor Jake. We're in Matthew chapter 12, verses 1 through 8 for our Bible study. Jesus is walking through a cornfield with his disciples on the Sabbath. They're hungry, so they start picking corn and eating it. Well, the Pharisees start blowing up and throwing a fit. This is not lawful. You shouldn't be doing on the Sabbath day. You know, you're blaspheming against God, all this. They should be stoned for it, more or less. Here's the thing is, Jesus kind of answered them this way. He says, look, did David, when he was hungry, and he didn't have nothing, he went to the temple and started eating shawbread, which is only for priests, which is not lawful. He said, how can you find people blameless and guiltless on the Sabbath if they're hungry? He said there's one, and also there's one greater than the temple here. There's Jesus. Jesus says, I'm here. And while my groomsmen, he talks about that. Remember that the groomsmen, when they're with him, they shouldn't be fasting and weeping, mourning. They should be joyful and happy. And that's what he's kind of getting here, that he is the Lord of the Sabbath. But the one thing that gets me on is he says, I will have mercy and not sacrifice. You would have condemned the guiltless. Because God knows that sometimes you have to work on the Sabbath. So God knows that you have to go to work and you have a job to do. You have to feed your family, and he knows you have to feed yourself. Just same thing with these people. He's a merciful God. Now, he also tells you to rest on the Sabbath. He said, if you're not working and you're not doing anything, then rest and enjoy the day. Now, the Sabbath for most people, everybody thinks it's Sunday, but Sunday is not Sabbath. Saturday is the Sabbath. Friday afternoon at 8 from sundown till Saturday afternoon at sundown. That is the Sabbath. Everybody changed it. It's a big deal. We'll talk about it later. But here's the thing. We should be enjoying the Sabbath and resting. That's what Jesus said. But sometimes when he knows that he's merciful, he knows that you got to work. There's no other choice. Sometimes there is no other choice. So just like him, he puts it here to these priests and everything, and these Pharisees, that, Jesus is still Lord of the Sabbath. He is still God. He is still merciful. He can do as he wants to do.